During that time, Mr. Aurobindo and Sister Nivedita were there to motivate individuals against British law. Khudiram and Prafulla Chowki decided to murder Judge Kingsford of Calcutta. On 30th of April 1908, Khudiram Bose and Prafulla were sitting tied for Kingsford outside the European Club at about 8:30 p.m. Khudiram tossed a bomb and terminated at the Horse Card in obscurity, in which the daughter and the wife of the judge were killed, due to which the British government put a prize of 1,000 rupees on him. On 1st of May 1908, at Hoini he was captured. He was condemned to death in the wake of indicting him in the bomb impact. He is likewise called the extraordinary hero of the battle to freedom. In June 1908, he was taken to court and condemned to death on 13th June. He was executed by hanging 11th of August 1908, at a prime age of 18 years 8 months, and 8 days. Khudiram Bose, better known as the youngest freedom fighter, was born on December 3, 1889. On his 126th birth anniversary today, here are some facts you should not miss about the youngest revolutionary in the entire Indian freedom struggle. Khudiram Bose was brought up by his elder sister after their parents' death. He started his primary education in a village school and studied up to class 8. Bose gave up studies when he was in class 9 because he was more interested in patriotic activities. He joined the Swadeshi movement and decided to devote his life for the noble cause of bringing freedom to India. It was in the year 1902, when Sri Aurobindo visited Medinapur and held a series of public lectures along with secret planning sessions with the revolutionary groups. Khudiram was among the teenage student community of the town who were filled up with a burning inspiration of revolution when he was in school. He had even asked for a revolver from a teacher of his school when Bose was 16. He used to plant bombs near police stations and target government officials before bombing his target, Kingsford. He closely observed his daily routine, activities and movements. He used to take notes of his timings at the court, the club and his house. On April 30, 1908, he threw bombs on the carriage in which Kingsford was traveling. The hit was a success, but the carriage was not occupied by Kingsford but instead the wife and daughter of Barrister Pringle Kennedy. A reward of 1,000 rupees was announced on the attackers on that day. Bose continued to walk. There is a name recorded in the history of the country who sacrificed himself for the country at a young age. At an age when a normal young man is worried about his career and future, a revolutionary turned out to be a revolutionary who hanged himself for the country. Khudiram Bose, who laid down his life for the country at the age of just 18, was hanged on August 11, 1908. 18 years, an age when the bloom of youth starts to blossom, opening up a different world for a bewildered person. In any case, we would be able to envision somebody surrendering his life at that age, for his nation's opportunity, to liberate his homeland from the grasp of the British supreme domain. The forgotten legend named Khudiram Bose. Born on December 3, 1889, in the little town named Mohobani, in the Medinapur locale of then unified Bengal, present West Bengal, Khudiram was the fourth child in a group of 3 girls. He lost his mom when he was 6 years of age, and after a year, his father passed away. You can read more 10 lines about articles, events, people, sports, technology, many more. In the Indian freedom struggle, Khudiram Bose was a freedom fighter who made a revolution. Khudiram Bose counted among the youngest freedom fighters. On 3 December 1889, Khudiram Bose was born at Midnapur district in West Bengal. Khudiram Bose met Birendra Kumar Ghosh when he joined Anuhilan Samiti. While distributing pamphlets, Khudiram was captured. As a revolutionary activist, he joined Jugantar with others. To target the police, Bose left a bomb near the police station. Khudiram decided to assassinate Chief Magistrate Kingsford on 13 April 1908. A British lady with her child was killed unfortunately during that incident. On 11 August 1908, due to the conflict of bombing, Khudiram Bose died. Khudiram Bose was one of the revolutionary freedom fighters who passed away while struggling for India. Khudiram Bose was captured and executed in the wake of confronting the preliminaries of bombings at just 19 years of age. Khudiram Bose was born in Habibpur town of Midnapur region, West Bengal. His dad was Trilokyanath Bose and his mom was Lakshmi Priya Devi. When he lost his parents at the age of 6 years, he was raised at his elder sister's house. Khudiram Bose took affirmation in Tamluke's Hamilton Secondary School. He joined Anushilhan Samiti. In 1906, when Khudiram Bose was distributing a magazine called Sonar Bangla, he was taken by British police. After discharged from prison, Khudiram engaged with the other revolutionaries to slaughter Kingsford. Khudiram Bose with his colleague Prafulla Chowki went there to Muzaffarpur to execute Kingsford. On 30 April 1908, Khudiram Bose murdered a British woman and her kid as a mistake when he wanted to execute Kingsford. Khudiram was captured and confronted a severe preliminary and finally was granted with the death penalty. Khudiram was hanged to death on 11th of August 1908. Khudiram Bose was the most impressive revolutionary at the time of independence struggle. On 3rd of December 1889 in the family of Triloknath Bose and Lakshmipriya Devi in small town Habibpur in Tamluk town of Midnapur region of Bengal, Khudiram was born. In 1902-03, Khudiram Bose participated in the freedom battle while he was in class 9. Khudiram Bose was born on December 3, 1889, in Habibpur village under the Midnapur district in Bengal. Khudiram Bose's parents died when he was very young. He was brought up by his older sister. After the partition of Bengal in 1905, Khudiram Bose jumped into the freedom struggle to give freedom to the country. Khudiram Bose started his revolutionary life under the leadership of Satyen Bose. Khudiram Bose had started participating in political activities since his school days. They joined the processions and raised slogans against English imperialism. He dropped out after class 9. After which they jumped into the freedom movement. After leaving school, Khudiram became a member of the Revolutionary Party and played a key role in distributing Vande Mataram pamphlets. Bose also played a role in the December 6, 1907 bomb blasts at Narayangarh railway station in Bengal. He was then entrusted with the responsibility of killing Kingsford, a ruthless English officer, and received the support of Prafull Chandra Chaki. The two reached Muzaffarpur district of Bihar and one day seeing the opportunity, they threw a bomb in a Kingsford carriage. But, unfortunately, Kingsford was not in that carriage at all. But there was the wife and daughter of another British officer, who died in it. The British police then followed Bose. They were finally surrounded at Vani railway station. Seeing surrounded by police, Khudiram Bose's accomplice Prafull Kumar Chaki shot himself and sacrificed himself while Khudiram was caught. According to several reports, the magistrate who had ruled to hang himself in Muzaffarpur jail later reported that Khudiram Bose, like a lion's child, fearlessly walked towards the gallows with the Bhagavad Gita in his hand. Khudiram was 18 years 8 months and 8 days old when he was martyred. On August 11, 1908, he was hanged in Muzaffarpur jail. After Khudiram was martyred, students and others mourned. Schools and colleges all remained closed for many days and the youth started wearing such dhoti, on whose side Khudiram was written. Khudiram Bose was influenced by the notion of karma in the Bhagavad Gita, and was involved in revolutionary activities to free Mother India from the clutches of British rule. Dissatisfied with the British policy of the partition of Bengal in 1905, he joined Jugantar, the party of revolutionary activists. At the tender age of 16, Bose left bombs near police stations and made government officials his victims. On the charges of carrying out a series of bomb attacks he was arrested. In Muzaffarpur, Bihar, on 30th of April, 1908 Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chaki planned to assassinate the chief presidency magistrate Kingsford. The magistrate was known for his blatant judgments against the freedom fighters. They waited for Kingsford's carriage to come in front of the gate of European Club and blew up a carriage which was not carrying Kingsford. As a result of this unfortunate incident, two innocent British ladies, Mrs. Kennedy and her daughter, were killed. Both the revolutionaries fled the crime scene. Later Prafulla committed suicide and Khudiram was arrested. On the charges of bomb attacks carried out by Khudiram Bose he was sentenced to death at the age of 19. He was hanged to death on August 11, 1908. Khudiram Bose along with Prafulla Chaki, decided to murder the magistrate of Muzaffarpur Bihar named Kingsford. Kingsford was very unpopular as he was known to pronounce harsh sentences even for mild offences. Khudiram prepared for the bombing by observing the routine of the magistrate and noting his court and club timings. On 30th of April 1908 Khudiram was waiting for Kingsford's carriage outside the European Club. On seeing the carriage he was quick to act and threw the bomb at it. It blew up killing the passengers. Unfortunately the carriage was not occupied by Kingsford but by the wife and daughter of a barrister named Pringle Kennedy. Khudiram and Prafulla Chaki escaped separately. Khudiram walked on for 25 miles before reaching the Vaini station, now renamed Khudiram Bose Pusa station. At a tea stall, he was seen by two constables. News of the bombing had reached everywhere and the police were given a lookout notice for the two bombers. Khudiram was caught and overpowered by the constables. Prafulla Chaki, who had also escaped, was trapped by the police. He shot himself before the police could catch him. Khudiram's trial began on May 21, 1908. Even though the defense lawyers tried their best to acquire a lighter sentence for Khudiram, the British judge awarded him death. The lawyers had argued that there were others who could be plotting attacks and also asked the court to consider the defendant's young age. The sentence was carried out on 11th of August. The whole of Calcutta erupted in protest against Khudiram's hanging. After the boy martyr's body was released from jail, The funeral procession was witnessed by thousands who had thronged the streets with flowers and garlands. The Amrit Bazar Patrika leading newspaper then carried the headline Khudiram Bose died cheerful and smiling. Although he is one of India's youngest and earliest revolutionary leaders to have sacrificed his life for the cause of freedom, Khudiram Bose is relatively less known to people today. In the Indian freedom struggle, Khudiram Bose was a freedom fighter who made a revolution. Khudiram Bose counted among the youngest freedom fighters. On 3 December 1889, Khudiram Bose was born at Midnapur district in West Bengal. Khudiram Bose met Birendra Kumar Ghosh when he joined Anand Samiti while distributing pamphlets. Khudiram was captured. As a revolutionary activist, he joined Jugantar with others. To target the police, Bose left a bomb near the police station. Khudiram decided to assassinate Chief Magistrate Kingsford on 13 April 1908. A British lady with her child was killed unfortunately during that incident.